Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology Live NFL Picks for Week 2. Guys, thanks for coming and joining in. Those of you that are here, make sure you're hitting that like button, click that subscribe button, and that's all I can ask. Show your support by that super chat. Helps me out a lot. Today we're going to get into the Week 2 NFL picks. Like I did last week, I did the week 1. So anyways, the first things first, though, let's take a look here. So it's only week 2, but there's just, 3 games between unbeaten teams on the NFL schedule. 2 of those games are in the NFC. You got the San Francisco 49ers. They're traveling to Philadelphia in what could be one of the most entertaining games of that day. The 49ers are a road favorite, so it's worth watching, obviously. Another thing here is a key matchup, I think, features Pittsburgh and Las Vegas. The Steelers and Raiders both were underdog winners in week 1. That leaves the unanticipated Sunday NFL matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens, which features another round of Patrick Mahomes against Lamar Jackson. So can the Ravens avoid an 0-2 start? Each week I will give you picks straight up. So with that in mind, let's get into my picks and predictions for week 2. And we're going to start off with the New York Giants and the Washington football team, right? So it's a battle of teams who are both 0-1. Now we got Taylor Hinkie, who's going to be the starter for Washington after we all know Ryan Fitzmagic went down with that hip injury back in week 1. So Saquon gets more carries in this game, which is a defense struggle to the max. He is listed questionable right now. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think the Giants make it, though, 6 in a row in this NFC series. I actually still think that Saquon's going to play, and I think the Giants get the win, and I give a score prediction here. I'm going to throw up my score prediction. I got the Giants 20-18. So that is for tonight's game. All right. Now, let's move on to the next game. The New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Hold on. I got a cat here. We got the cat. All right. Sorry, I had to move her out the way. All right, so New England Patriots at the New York Jets. Now this is a battle of the rookie quarterbacks, as we all know, Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. I think it's going to come down to which quarterback will be more efficient. Wilson completed 54% of his passes and took sacks in week 1. Jones completed 74.4% and took 1 sack. The Patriots win a tight one here, and I got a scoring prediction of the Patriots 20-17. So, next matchup, we are in Jacksonville. The Denver Broncos are at the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. Now, is the Urban Meyer era already in jeopardy? I don't think so. It will be a challenge against Denver. Denver's Teddy Bridgewater, who had the second highest completion percentage in week 1 at a 77.8. Now, Jacksonville, I think, needs to get more of a running game going behind Carlos Hyde and James Robinson. Still, it's a home opener for Trevor Lawrence, and I think he delivers a memorial moment. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars here, 21-20, close, tight one, kind of a random score, but should be an interesting game, right? All right, next game. Got the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Now, this is an interesting matchup. I think the Bills were upset in week 1, which puts more urgency, on the road for an AFC East matchup against an improved Dolphins team. Now, Josh Allen is 5-1 against the Miami Dolphins. So I'm going to stick with the streak there, 5-1. I'm going to take the Bills 28-24. I think the Bills win this game. So now, here is the game that I talked about in the intro here, and that's the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is one of the few NFC matchups between 1-0 teams, and the 49ers look like a Super Bowl contender with a healthier team. Deebo Samuel and George Kittle will create mismatches, and San Francisco, I think, will build an early lead. Now, the Eagles rushed for 173 yards in week 1. San Francisco will make that job, I think, a lot more harder. So I'm going to take the 49ers here, 28-21. Next game, Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. All right. Now, the Colts dominated time of possession in week 1, but simply couldn't finish drives for touchdowns. Now, Matthew Stafford enjoyed a stellar debut with the Rams, but this one is one of those time zone trap games that could lead to a closer game than expected. I think the Rams have been a 500 team on the road for the last 2 seasons, but I'm going to end up taking the Colts here. I got the Colts winning this. It's going to be a close one. I think Colts win 28-26. Kind of another random score. All right, guys, as you're coming in, make sure you pound that like button. Make sure you pound that subscribe button. That's all I can ask. Thanks for tuning in. Boosty Cat, love the hat. Checking the comments here real quick, see who's coming in here. Thanks. Bad Birdies, if you want the hat, go check them out. It's called Bad Birdies. All right. Now, next game, we are at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas are at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Steelers, I think, silenced some critics with a key victory, especially over the Buffalo Bills. Now that they get the Raiders on a short week, look for rookie running back, I think, Najee Harris, to see better results in his second game. And I think TJ Watt will ignite this pass rush. So I'm going to take the Steelers here, 30-20. I think that the Steelers are a better team than a lot of people think. A lot of people didn't think that Ben Roethlisberger still has it, but obviously he got the dub against the Buffalo Bills, so they are doing something right. So the next thing here, the Cincinnati Bengals at the Chicago Bears. Now, the Bengals still have a lot of work to do, I think, but there is belief around that number 1 overall pick, Joe Burrow, that showed in the overtime victory against the Vikings. Now, Chicago needs to move Justin Fields. Good Lord. Justin Fields from, I think, a role player to the starter. I think to start the same chain reaction. Instead, I think Burrow will engage in a duel with former Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton. Jamar Chase plays hero again. The Bengals are on an early surprise start with a 2-0 team. And my score prediction here is the Bengals win 26-23. Now, I think it might be different, though, if Justin Fields play. I think Justin Fields can ignite that offense and kind of get them rolling in the better direction. And I think they need to go ahead and make that change now. All right, next game, Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns, lost a heartbreaking opener to those Kansas City Chiefs. But I think Baker Mayfield proved the Super Bowl contender hype is justified. Now, Tyrod Taylor, who Mayfield replaced in Cleveland, makes his return with a lesser supporting cast. So this is the type of game that the Browns should control from start to finish. I think the Browns win this game 33-20. I think the Browns are really technically Super Bowl contenders with the key weapons that they have on offense and everything they added on to the defense this offseason. All right, next game, Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Kyler Murray flourished in week 1, and the Cardinals showed, I think, a lot of improvement defensively with Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. So can they win in a grind out game against Minnesota, which will slow the tempo down around Dalvin Cook? Can they do that? I'm going to trust Arizona here, and I'm going to take Arizona in a close one. I think it's going to be like a 27-24 kind of game. It's going to be interesting to see. So as y'all are coming in, though, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Get in the chat. Come hang out. Going to be here for a minute. So next game, the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one's kind of easy for me. I mean, the Tom Brady and Atlanta jokes, we all know about them. There won't be a need for a giant comeback in this one, I think. Brady, averaged 394.5 passing yards in the 2 meetings against the Falcons last season, and another monster game awaits. So I'm taking, of course, the Bucs here, 35-24. All right, let's move on to the next one here. The Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. All right. Now, I'm tempted to take the Titans here because of the desperation factor, but the defense was shaky in week 1. I think Russell Wilson can replicate all those issues for this defense. Both teams light it up in the passing game, but Seattle survives this one. And I'm taking a 32-29 victory for the Seattle Seahawks over the Tennessee Titans. Nice. 4 people are in. Guys, can continue to show your support. Now, next game, Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers won on the road in their opener. They have a chance to drop Dallas to an 0-2 start. Justin Herbert will enjoy, I think, another 300-yard game, but Dak keeps Dallas, in this game. The offense is, moving. The Cowboys play in one of the most entertaining games of the day, and I'm actually going to take the Dallas Cowboys here. I think that they have a chance to win this game. I know that DeMarcus Lawrence is out, but I still think that the Cowboys offense with all those weapons, and I think if they run the ball, they could take the time of possession and keep that Chargers offense off the field. So I'm going to take the Cowboys here, 33-31, but a close one. All right, next game. Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Chiefs have won the last 2 meetings at Baltimore by double digits. And Lamar Jackson is 0-3 in his career against Pat Mahomes. So the Chiefs have led by an average of 14 points at halftime in those games. Baltimore, I think, keeps it close, but Mahomes delivers in the clutch. So I'm going to take the Chiefs here, 31-26. All right. And last but not least, the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Packers did not look like a team that should be favored by double digits after putting up a league low of 229 yards in week 1 and only 3 points. So Green Bay has won the last 4 meetings, but 3 of those games were decided by 7 points or less. Detroit showed fight in a comeback in week 1, 2. I think Aaron Rodgers gets this Packers team back on track. I don't think it's going to be an easy one, but I'm going to take the Packers here, 31-24. Now, I know some of y'all are obviously Panther fans, and obviously this is a Panther channel, but I am not doing the Panthers game in this live stream today. I am going to do my picks. I'm going to do my prediction of that game tomorrow. So make sure you click those post notifications so you don't miss out on that video for tomorrow. It will be up. I'll have key insight, give you everything I got on that video. It's going to be an interesting matchup for the Carolina Panthers and see how well we match up with this Saints team. Guys, those of you that have came in and joined the live stream with me for my NFL picks, much appreciated. Make sure you're pounding that like button, pounding that subscribe button. Helps out the channel tremendously. That's all I can ask for. And y'all coming to watch me is good enough for me. Make sure you get in the comment section. Make sure you hit that super chat. I'm going to leave it open for the comment section for maybe a little Q&A if y'all are interested. We can do a little Q&A here real quick. So, yeah, come on in. Comment in the comment section if you have any questions, concerns about your team. Maybe I can help you. I've gone through all my picks. No? All right, guys. Well, then I am going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all coming to watch. And as always, before I leave you, keep pounding.